Hello, friends. Welcome to day one of an 8-day adventure sail on the Sea of Cortez. On day one, we go from Loreto, Puerto Escondido, to Isla Carmen, a place we knew nothing about before, but it's quite interesting, and it's a beautiful island, and we had a great time there. Turns out they've been mining salt there since 1698. And just stopped back in 1984. And you can thank the Jesuit priests that were coming to Loreto to build my favorite mission, Mission San Javier. Their ship broke down and they anchored near the island and discovered the large natural salt flats. The rest is history. Enjoy the video.
Hey Dorie, you see a beach? You see a town? Are you excited? Welcome to Bahia La Salina, an abandoned salt mining, an abandoned ghost town left over from the salt mining days. Except for those two buildings in the middle is the new hunting and fishing lodges. We're gonna anchor right there. 16 feet of water here and it's 14 over there. So this is Bahia La Salina. It's on Isla Carmen, which is, I believe, a private island, and used to be a salt production place. And I read that salt from here went around the world. And there's C'est La Vie out there. We're the only boat here. And there's a caretaker who lives here, and he's here. He was just sitting there, but as we walked up, he walked away. So we're just gonna, maybe he'll catch us on the way back. We're supposed to get permission from him to be here, and he knows we're here, and he walked away. So, and this here is the new hunting and fishing lodge. They hunt bighorn sheep on this island. This is a pretty big island. I don't know how big, but pretty big. So, and this is the old salt mining town part that we're gonna explore. And there's the old pier and the old salt flats. Oh yeah, at one time the water was supposed to be emerald blue or something in here, and I don't know, so we'll check that out. It looks like more people live here than one, I don't know. We'll see later. Alright, update from the last video. The caretaker walked out and greeted us. Says, yeah, we can be here. Help yourself. No charge. We gave him a beer. He was very happy. What was his name? Alejandro. Look, there's a 22 and a bighorn sheephead. That's what they do here now. Not so much salt mining. And we're under a giant funnel. Huh?
At the bar.
At the bar. Now it's a bar. I don't know I don't know. Somebody that knows about salt mining and processing can tell us what that's about. I like the lighting. I think it's considered festoon lighting though. Oh, here's a big old spear gun. There's a Tortuga skull. Bitchin'. Beachin'. It's what's left of an old plow or tractor or something. I'm gonna check it out. Yeah, so that was a tractor, I guess. Guess that's what work in the salt mines does. Even ate all the rubber off. Man, oh man. I wonder if they burnt this. Oh yeah. It looks like it was burnt. What do you think, Dorie? Let's check it out. Uh-oh. Don't anybody tell Matthew about that tin roof. He'll be down here taking it. He'll take all this stuff and build a new house out of it. Don't look at this video, Matthew. Oh look, electrical. What we got going on in here? There's an air conditioning unit. Some radiators. And the electrical appears like it might be live. Well, there would have to be a generator or something, and I haven't seen anything, and nothing's running. Not a bad view out these windows. What is it, Dorie? Not sure. Oh look, a rebar anchor. Cool. That looked good on the bow sail of E. Here's a couple of forklifts on display. Oh man, Matthew sees that wood. Oh, this is pitching. Oh Matthew, there's a new roof. Oh, there's some old nets. So this is a ghost town. It says so in the book. But there's one ghost living here at least. Still. Joanne, that's safe. Walk underneath it. Nothing will happen. Dorie, get out of there. You could get hurt. Ooh, look, another huge electrical panel. I might get that for my electrical museum. Yeah, walk underneath that. It's no problem. We did it. Little pier pilings, looks like. I don't know. Maybe they're a building. Yeah, they're for a building. Roof or something. One of the more modern pieces of equipment here. Hey look, there's a trommel. Remember from Gold Rush, Alaska?
Oh, yeah.
The trommels?
Yep.
Separating the rocks from the smaller rocks. So we just went through this building. It's one of the hanging roof. Hey, Joanne, stand right underneath that thing. And she says, "Did you see the boat in the building?" I come back in. Look at this thing. It has ribs, so it's not a dugout canoe. Huh. I thought it was a dugout canoe, but it's not. But it is a boat, or it was a boat. Yeah, it is something. A kid's car, made of metal. Joanne says, "Did you see the planters out front?" And I walk right out here and I go, "No, where's the planters at?" That's pretty cute. These guys have a sense of humor that run this place. The driver of this one could get thorny. Active storage room, modern piping, modern truck-ish, modern-ish vehicle, an old stone and mortar building. Oh, look, electrical. So this building, or part of this building, has what used to be a wooden wall and massive wooden beams. You don't see much wood construction at all in Baja because trees don't grow here. So this is all imported, probably from Oregon and Washington. That's where the wood in Santa Rosalia came from, which is a little French mining town up the coast, 100 or 200 miles or something up the coast, or 50 miles, I don't remember. But it's got a lot of wood in the old mining ruins, and it came from the west coast of the U.S. by ship back in the day. So I'm standing outside this building with the wood walls, heavy timber. And on the way out, I noticed it on the threshold. It says something 23rd, 1931, Jesus Leon. I don't know what the first word is, but we're going to try and see it in the camera later. Looks like D-I-C-B-R-E.
Yeah, I know that's not.
I know, it's just the first letter is questionable. Anyway.
You happy, D?
Dorie, how's your beer? Do you need another beer yet? Yeah, cutting you off. We're gonna go to the second story in this one. Check it out. I think this is, that would be adobe brick. Made from the dirt that's here, I guess. What we got in that room? Now it's clean. They were using rebar. The rebar lasted longer than anything else. There's the stairway, it looks like. Here's the cooler for the. This was used more recently for the fish, huh? There's somebody's been studying. Oh, that's the old pier. So this would have been like maybe the port captain's office or something. So that was the stairway. I'm positive of it, and they filled it in to keep gringos out from going up and hurting themselves, because you know gringos. You know gringos. Oh yeah, there's the door. Nice tile floor with a tile. What do they call that? A bee?
Huh?
A bee? Or those little bugs? So we think this is what they call a trummel. At least that's what they call it on that show, Gold Mining Alaska, or Gold Rush Alaska, or whatever. This thing, yeah, it's got wheels. So this whole thing rotates around and around and around, and it's tilted slightly. So I forget exactly how they work, but it separates bigger rocks from smaller rocks. And maybe in this case it separates salt from, oh look, the production office. Seems to me, since there's a pit right here, that it would be coming out. So whatever they were separating, oh, here's a trapdoor, would come out at the high end, which is weird. Well, maybe the heavy stuff goes down to the bottom. That makes sense. So maybe the salt was the light stuff in there. the salt would come out here. I don't know. I'm sure somebody will write a book about it. So there's a pretty big generator. So that's one of the ways they made power here. Got the head off now, so it ain't running. Oh, yeah, I can see why it's not running. This baby blew up. See that, Joanne? So these are the pistons and the cylinders. This is a ring tool to compress the rings to get them back in, but there's a hole in the side of that block there. This is the crankshaft and connecting rods, and but you can see how this thing here is the cylinder. It's pressed in. See, that's different right there. So this cylinder wall is pressed into this block, and this is a water jacket, right? Water, or no, oil. Part of it's a water jacket. That would be oil. Splashing around, not filled with oil, just splashing around. And there's the electric motor / generator. There's the radiator. There's the air cleaner. Here's the
Dorie, get out of there.
tanks
Dorie.
of fuel.
Come here.
There's Dorie getting greasy paws.
Yeah.
They did change the oil a lot, so it looks like there's a big old block and tackle. Oh, and here's the real generators that are running now. There, we're talking.
So I'm gonna tease it.
Cool. That one looks like it would fire up. I'm sure it does. And there's a spare. They got it covered, so that means they care about it, so it probably still runs too. Don't you love Mexico, where you can just, guy says, yeah, help yourself. Walk around. I don't think in the good old US of A you're going to be walking around these generators like this. Maybe. There's a safe with the door blown off. I like this town. It's one of the better finds. And I think we've entered the living area now. There's that Tremmel thing. And this was obviously a garden with the pathways and stones and nice cactus planted on purpose. Wherever these things are over here. That funny caretaker, he's been busy. On this one, the stairway is still here. Do you feel lucky? Let me know if pieces are falling off. Dorm rooms for the workers, the salt miners. The heck? Oh, it's a see that thing? It's forget what they're called. At any moment, the floor could fall in. It's the bathroom, modern. modernish fixtures. Man, they had a nice view of some of these guys. Not bad. So here we have obviously some horticulture going on at one time. I think that's the word. They were growing shit. Because these look like raised planters to me. I'm no expert. And that looks like irrigation line. There's the salt flap. We ship salt to around the world. From Bahia La Salina, Baja California Sur. Oh, I stand still, the flies get my beer lighter. After 2 days cooped up in Marina Puerto Escondido on a boat and on concrete and have to be on a leash, Dorie's happy to be here. Man, I had to fly on this loud thing. I don't know what happened. They put me in a big tube and it was loud and scary, and then I was in a box, and then I'm on the freaking boat. But now we're here. It's all good. You happy, Dorie?
It's happy.
So now we're in the back of the old ghost town and come upon this site. It appears that this building burnt down or just rusted away. This is all rusted metal. This is an old tractor. That thing over there, that's part of a boiler. There's a big ass wheel. Some kind of a, for, you know, factory type of thing. This is, I guess, part of the, I don't know much about salt mining, but this was definitely part of it. Oh, new bricks. That would be insulation for this boiler. I think that's part of a boiler. I wonder if they're boiling water to distill it, to turn salt water into fresh water for anything they need fresh water for in the processing, maybe, or just to use on the island. Seeing as how this is an island, I don't know if there's wells here. I don't know what that is, but I think it has some scrap value. There's an axle out of some vehicle. These are old train engines. Look, train engines, two of them side by side. Old train engines here. One's got the motor gone. I think with a little work we could get that baby going. This one, beyond hope. Nothing to work with. Oh, that's a crane, because it's got the counterweight on the back. So that was a crane. Lifting shit. Oh, and the control levers are still there. The pedals. The headlight bucket. One of the tracks. This is pretty bitchin'. Some guy spent most of his life sitting there driving this, probably. Whoop, sun's going down. Should have turned on a light on the boat. Hope we can find it. Alright, let's get out there to that salt flat. I can begin to see the blue, I think. I mean, where there's actually water. Dorie is getting really, really salty.
Hey, Dorie.
She's even eating it.
Don't drink it.
She's sleeping on your side of the bed tonight. Dorie. So we were just talking, I don't know how, I know how they do the salt in the bay, in San Francisco Bay. They build berms and they let the water come in at high tide and they shut the gate. And then they wait days, weeks, or months, years, I don't know which, for the water to evaporate out and they have salt. Then they go around with a bulldozer and scoop it into train cars, which we've seen the little train cars here, so they did that much, but how they control this water, I don't know.
Dorie.
But
Do we need salt?
do we need salt? Well, you know, this is, I don't know.
Pretty good.
Maybe this is good salt, maybe it isn't, I don't know.
It tastes
But
pretty
I am going to see how it feels on my feet. It's sharp.
good. Is it?
Yeah. Salty, salty, salty water. If you could find a place that was deep, you wouldn't sink in it. Right? Like the Great Salt Lake. Salt water is way heavier than fresh water. Yeah, it's sharp though. Do a number on your feet after a short time. Now I got salt crystals in my shoes. It's gonna do a number on my feet. And that power line's gone out. They probably went all the way across.
It's yummy.
Is it? Alright. This might be the last video. Maybe not. I don't know. But the sun is going down. So we are briskly headed back to the boat. Well, we're leaving Joanne behind, but Dorie and I are going back to the boat because it's gonna get dark. We gotta think about dinner. All we've had is a peanut butter and jelly sandwich on the way here. Oh, I see several